Good morning, everybody. Yesterday, I had a good think about the ways in which I'd cram as many little tweaks and tidbits for drop foot management for you into 10 minutes, which is actually really difficult as I've already started and the clock is ticking down. So I thought, well, I'd get right into some tricks of the trade to help you cope, i.e. stroke self-management for drop foot, and even to reasonably negate the drop foot. And in the end, I found I could only reasonably present one or two, showing you what they'll help you to do, how they work in theory, how to practice them, and show you some mini video clips of people using them. One of these is a real goodie that I developed quite a way into my recovery from stroke. I had my stroke in 1997 and still have significant foot drop, with little movement at all from the ankle and none of my toes move. I have plantar flexion and my foot inverts, but most people can't really spot it because of the raft of assisted techniques that I use. Physios, of course, could, and they do. Foot drop management is a really serious enterprise, and hardly anybody who has significant foot drop really makes it look as if it's really easy and it's conquered. Many of you know, or if not, then become to appreciate, I guess, that you may well never walk again with the incredible unconscious ease that you once did. But I think with some serious training, retraining, in combination with an adequate AFO, this can range from a seriously supportive one to a light strapping in the form of a figure-of-8 type brace from pro medics, such as the Lincoln ankle brace, which is basically a neoprene support. You can do very well indeed. So I know, as you've heard this morning, an AFO may well be the best thing to help mobilize you. Wear one while you retrain, by the way, especially at first. For most, an AFO works in order to keep you safe if you have drop foot. But the big secret to AFO is that you've got to actively minimize their use over time. A lot of people don't really appreciate this and they stay in one for a long time, keep the same one on. Now, look, this will help you slowly outgrow the need for one sometimes, or outgrow the need for one which is quite so supportive. And that definitely happened in my case. And it happens for many others too. So the Dr. Tom solution, which can be tweaked per survivor, and do ask your therapist, please, or your trainer to adjust this formula for you as they and you see fit. Everyday retraining, plus a support or brace, and how gradually to minimize their use if and as appropriate, plus the learning of coping strategies and techniques, plus supportive footwear, plus technology, maybe like FES, etc. When it gets down to it, their desire is surely to walk again in public with confidence without anyone spotting that there is or has been anything wrong. It's difficult, but you can manage this feat, even if it's through the use of the accompanying foot supports, FES, or maybe even the whole formula that I noted. And all of these can be tweaked and adjusted, etc. You can be seriously successful. It's possible. And my hat goes off to you if you do try all these things, because it shows me that you're retraining on a consistent basis. I can't take my forelock for obvious reasons. Sorry, everybody. But the reason for this is that beating foot job well demands constant attention. It really does. It's hard work. It demands retraining, principally walking, strength training. I've got no time to get into this today because time is ticking down. What we see here in clinic, some people doing really, really well with plantar flexion. That's being managed reasonably well via interventions and what they manage to do as far as techniques. But inversion is still maintained. In other words, increased pronation and reduced supination, as well as disruption of the rocker and timing of joint motion, are associated with limited walking ability after stroke in the evidence space. So what I thought I'd do is to start with inwards and outwards brushes. The first strategy is to go slowly and deliberately, making sure to point your foot almost at 45 degrees out at every step you take with a bad foot, like that. You can build up to become really quite proficient at this. I'll show you. 1, 2, 3. Now, let's see what you do ordinarily. In fact, Gabby, can you come there? Can you come here? I'd like you just to walk over towards there. I'd like you to show the audience how you do normally walk. Just walk normally over there. Okay, and back. So, for those of you who are watching my previous videos, you can see there are a couple of presentations here, aren't there? There's hip hitching in particular and circumduction. Look, here's a circumduction beta, and this is why it's difficult for me to show you just like that, but for bringing in a stroke file is a very good idea because it shows you. So we're training here, but we're also illustrating the fact. I want you to do the inwards and outwards brushes I've shown you. Watch this now. There, good. Good. Fantastic, good. There, good. Good. Again. Well done. Good. Looking good. Again. Gabby, pop over. Lovely. And come back over here. Good. And then you're going to go to that side. Good work. Good. And pop to that corner. Good, remember that, inwards and outwards of brushes. Good, and then come to the centre. That's it, stop, and come to the centre. Good. Isn't that good? Okay, just come to the centre walking normally. It's fantastic. Look, here's the thing, this demands a lot of thought about walking, doesn't it? You kind of had to think about walking, you know. So in an everyday situation, you know, my view is you've got to kind of switch on to this. So it is possible to correct your walking as you go. I've noticed this over time, and particularly what I've noticed is a 45-degree turn as you go. This is my bad side. If I find my foot dropping over to the side, which it does because I've got drop foot, and that's happened over time, what I often do is just do this, pull this back that side, there, like that, crank. It's almost like a crank back to that side, come back to normal. Try this, and you'll feel much better. You'll feel more static, okay? Try that. So here you're going to twist, I twist to that side, you need to twist to that side, you need to twist to the other side. There, so kind of dig this one in, that's it. That's it, twist the whole hips. And come back to normal, fantastic. Do you feel you're more planted, as it were?
Yeah.
Good, I hoped you'd say that. That's a kind of leading question, wasn't it? Okay, now look, that's fantastic. So you can do all sorts of things. My advice is actually, if you're going to do gait control work, go outside or go to somewhere which is, you know, you've got a little track, something like that. Gait control. Good. Inward outward brushes from Steve, practicing technique in August 2013. Good one, Steve. Keep going. Hurry up. Yep. Real flowing now. Lean over, flow. Good. 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 Excellent.